This was a masterclass by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as he led Team Canada along with Dort, who had some great defensive stops down the line against Spain, 88-85, to go undefeated and what many deemed as the group of death here in the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, France. It was impressive to see them win majority of their games the way that they did. I know the Spain one was close. I think that kind of is, plays in part where they kind of took Spain for granted. They're like, we don't necessarily need to win this game to make it to the knockout stages. It would just be, the cherry on top. If we did go undefeated here in the group, it would look really good for us as a team going forward. It might be a little bit favorable when they're matching them up against certain teams as well. So I think they just started off slow. However, they did pull it off. They went undefeated in their group, so it's definitely going to be interesting now to see who they play in the elimination games now in the knockout round, see who they have to match up with, and see if the United States will also be on their side. We're going to break down the performances by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dort, along with the little game recap that Clemente Almanza gave us over at the Thunder Wire as well. We're going to break that all down here today on Thunder Digest. But before we get all that, though, I want to take a moment and recognize we're at 1,710 subscribers right now at the moment, in which, if you guys don't remember, I set a 2,000 subscriber goal originally for, the start of the season. I'm going to move that up to preseason, pretty much October. So we got 2 months to reach 2,000 subscribers. We're less than 300 away now. I think we can easily hit that goal. So definitely be, if you guys enjoyed the content, you find yourself coming back on a regular basis and you don't want to miss a single minute of your, daily Thunder news. Let me go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm still figuring out some of the hotkeys here. I got to remember, I got to press this button to make sure it doesn't show up again. But like I was mentioning, if you find yourself coming back and you enjoyed the content here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Best way to support the channel. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and get in the video and talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dort and their performances today. And before I go in, I know Dort had a bad offensive game. I know. I'm going to go ahead and show you the stats here as well so you can see what I mean. All right. Final here, Canada beat Spain 88-85. Okay. Would have liked to see it by double digits, cover that spread a little bit, as many people were saying that they should win by double digits. SGA ended up finishing with 20 points on 5 of 10 shooting. That's great efficiency there, 50% from the field, 3 rebounds and 1 assist, and 9 of 13 from the free throw line. Can't wait for the foul merchant, quotes coming in the comment section now for that. Dort did finish with 0 points and missed both the shots he took, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but that's not really where they needed Dort this game. Sure, it would have been nice if he could score a little bit more. It would have been nice as a Thunder fan to watch that and a Dort fan, but that's not necessarily what they needed from him today. They needed him to play defense, and that's what he did. And Canada finished 3-0 in group play because of the, defense played by Dort late in the game, though along with the scoring, potential and capability of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander late in the first half and then early in the second half as well, kind of leading Canada to a sizable lead. And then also, I can't remember who it was for Canada. I can't remember who it was at all. The name's just not coming across my mind right now, but he went off in the second half, and just props to him. Andrew something. And I can't remember the last name right now. You guys go ahead, call me casual in the comment section below. Let me know who it was. But there was someone who went off for Team Canada today, helping them get the win as well. Just want to give him his flowers and recognition there. But it was a good game all around for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as he had some good defensive moments, offensive moments just all around. Great game by him. Dort, would have liked to see him do better offensively. But defensively, we know Dort, that's what he's for. He's there for defense, and that's what, the Thunder use him as well. He's a 3-and-D guy. I know he didn't hit a 3 today, but, with the Thunder, he usually finished with 8 points and a steal and a blocking game. It's nice to see that, and he forces a lot of turnovers, which is something I think goes underlooked when people watch Dort play, is the fact that he forces so many turnovers and bad shots. It's stuff that doesn't ever show up in the stat sheet. And it's just something that he does so well at defensively that he just needs a little bit more recognition for. But going into the little game recap now by Clemente Almanza over at the Thunder Wire. If you guys don't know him already, go check him out on Twitter. Go check him out on Thunder Wire. He writes a bunch of great articles I like to read over there. But this is what he had to say. Canada completed the sweep in group play with a close 88-85 win over Spain. It finished with a perfect 3-0 record and has advanced to the 2024 Olympics quarterfinals. Considering the low stakes for Canada, who already locked a spot for the knockout stage, it came out lackadaisical. Spain needed the win in hopes of advancing. Both squads exited the first quarter tied at 19 in the second frame. Canada turned it up a notch and outscored Spain 30-19 and closed the quarter on a 9-2 run. Gilgeous-Alexander finished the first half on a loud note. He had a catch-and-shoot three-pointer and then immediately had a steal and slam. Canada entered halftime with a 49-38 lead, so 11-point lead because of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who was able to get 5 points in a matter of like 20 seconds right there. Little, poke away steal going down the court, and he also did like a little Michael Jordan thing with the tongue out, going down, looking at his bench, going up for the slam on that steal, that catch-and-shoot three-pointer as well, giving him a nice little lead going into half. So first half, he was all over the place defensively, offensively. He was doing everything. Started the second half, he was also keeping that up. But the second half wasn't really where he shined. It was that other player I was mentioning earlier. Can't remember his name. Ben over at Raptors Digest is going to give me a hard time for that. I know. He's probably going to comment on this video saying, oh, you're such a casual for not knowing who so-and-so is. But he did have a good game. It was kind of his second half to play. But Lu Dort really shined in the second half defensively. I was watching, causing a lot of turnovers, had a late play there that, won't go in the stat sheet as a block, but it kept kept Spain from having a three-point play that could have turned the tide of the game that we're going to go ahead and talk about here in this second part of the article that I'm bringing up now by Clemente. Both teams struggled out of the break. Spain ate into Canada's lead as the latter entered the final frame with a 64-56 lead after Canada built an early 9-point lead. Dario Brizula, I believe is how it's pronounced, scored 6 straight points for Spain to make it a 68-65 contest with a little over 7 minutes left. Canada answered with an 8-2 run to create space on the scoreboard. Brizula cut Canada's lead to 3 points with less than 2 minutes left. Alex Abrinas cut it to 2 points with 53 seconds left. That's Thunder legend right there. Gilgeous-Alexander iced it out by nailing 3 free throws as Spain cut it to as small as a 1-point deficit. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was able to kind of secure the W for Team Canada with those late clutch free throws, those 3 free throws. I know it's weird to see him miss 4 free throws in a game. He usually only misses 1 or 2, so it was surprising to see that. But he did have the free throws that closed the game out to give Canada that victory to go undefeated in the group stage. And Lu Dort, it doesn't really talk about it right there, but he did have a clutch play in the third quarter, I can't remember which one, but one of Spain's player was going up for the layup, got fouled, going in for the and one, probably would have went in. Then Lu Dort came out of nowhere from behind with the chase down block that won't go in the stat sheet because the shooter was fouled to keep it from being a 3-point play, and he missed one of the free throws. So that was a huge IQ and defensive move by Dort there late in the game. That could have just gave Canada that edge as well, stopped the momentum for Spain. Because if they got that 3-point play to go, he converts the and one free throw, there's no telling what kind of run Spain will go on. So Dort may have been the factor in this game right there that turned the tides, allowing Spain to win. That may have been like the true moment Canada had it in their grasp and like they weren't letting go, because that would have been a momentum killer, a buzz killer, mood killer, whatever kind of killer you want to call it right there. If he converted that and one layup, if he got that 3-point play to go, there's no telling if Canada goes undefeated here, and it's thanks to Dort blocking it right there. Give him his flowers, give him his recognition as one of the better defensive players right there. Not going in the stat sheet. I saw him force like 5 turnovers in this game as well. That's not going in the stat sheet. That's why I don't think he ever gets all defensive nods, is because he doesn't ever, do numbers like, he doesn't get like 2 steals a game or 2 blocks a game. All right, he gets like 1 and 1. That's what he usually does, but it's one of those things where like, there's a bunch of defensive stuff that he does that doesn't go in the stat sheet. Forcing turnovers, forcing bad shots that I feel like voters overlook, and other players will get defensive nods because they fill up the stat sheets a little bit better than Dort. And so I'm glad it's getting recognized at the national or international level now at the world stage. So maybe even next season, he can get an all-defensive nod. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as well, if he keeps improving his defense as he has been, being one of the premier two-way players in the league, he could be top 5 in that in those regards as a two-way player, offense and defense. Maybe he can get all defensive nod as well. It'd be interesting to see. I think they're showing the defense off mainly, the two of them at the Olympics right now. I think that's what they're really showing off. Like, hey, yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is like, I can play offense. I'm one of the better scorers in the league, might be the best. I'm going to show off I can also play defense, and I'm a true two-way player. I'm one of the best in the league at two-way play. I'm possibly the best player in the league. Lu Dort is trying to show off his offensive game a little bit more, but he's trying to take his defense to that international level where everyone recognizes, like, oh my God, like the jokes aren't, like they're not just jokes. It's actually true. He is the torture chamber. And so I feel like that's what our two guys on Team Canada are trying to do and prove right now. at the Olympics is prove, yeah, we play defense here. I think that's the personality and kind of mindset OKC will have going into next season. So it's nice to see them both balling out on that side of the ball. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, once again, doing Shai things, scoring at, an efficient rate. Dort, like to see him score a little bit more, but we'll have to see what he does in the elimination stage now against whoever they play. You better know that we will cover the post game about that as well, like we have been in the Olympics so far. We will cover that. And so just let me know down in the comment section below. I don't know if it's been released at all yet, but let me know who you guys think Canada will play in the elimination stage. And why not? Give me a little stat line prediction for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dort in their first knockout stages here in the Olympics. That's all I got for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.